No, that ain't gonna do it. Well, that was actually easier than I thought it would be. Right on. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. We've got some interesting updates and possibly projects involving comically large hunks of aluminum donated very graciously from a friend over at a local machine shop. So I've got a couple good projects on the go. Unfortunately, I didn't get much of them on film these days. You know how it is. But I did get some stickers in. Greg over at My Little Mule sent me some stickers. He's been getting around the whole YouTube scene. He's actually got a pretty good channel. He's got, I just finished watching him rebuild a South Bend 13. Nice old piece of equipment. And he's almost done, I think, but he's also restoring a Bridgeport and amongst other things too. So he's actually got a really good channel. You guys should go and give him a look-see. And we got another sticker in from Mick's Workshop. He's another YouTube machinist, new, fresh on the scene. He sent me this lovely letter in invisible ink. Just kidding, Mick. Go give him some attention. Check out his channel. Well, and as per tradition, let's get these up on the board. And of course, this hard part right here is getting the backing off the stickers. How long is this joke gonna last? Alright, here we go. Oop. Sorry for the shaky camera. She's a little rickety. There you go, guys. I'll put a link in the description. Check them out. Well, if you guys, I do post the odd thing on Instagram. I have been trying to keep you guys up to date. Camera boom thingy does work. It's just it's not done. It was just kind of scabbed together in haste, just to try to make sure it's all gonna work out. But all in all, it does work pretty good once you set it up. But for the moment, it's kind of cumbersome, so I just rather just set it and then leave it alone. And as for the glass scales, where's that button? There it is. We do have all three axes up and running. And I gotta say, I've used it a few times now, and it is beautiful. It is just, it's so much easier. Now, I kind of wanted to show the whole build and stuff, but it was just it's really cumbersome in here right now. I got tools all over the place, and I'm tripping and building stuff on the floor. And anyways, I did have to do some bracketry with it for sure. I had to make this standoff here. This is just 5/8 tool steel. Didn't have to be tool steel. Could have been, any kind of steel. And I turned a M6 thread on one end long enough to get through that washer. And this is just a washer that was milled at an angle to accommodate this. So it goes in straight, but there's an angle there, and that keeps it all nice and rigid. It doesn't go anywhere. And then another bushing on the other side just to get everything, adjacent with the ways, I guess is the word. Then some more not so fancy bracketry. These are just the pieces that they send you with the DRO kit. This is just one of the kits off eBay. And there's really nothing fancy about this. I just bolted them together and stuck them on there. Every single hole I drilled in here, or tapped I should say, was tapped with Mastercraft metric taps. I did not break a single one. Amazing. And this too. I had to mill that at a weird angle just to make it square to the ways and everything. And then a little spacer plate here, and then just some more angle brackets. I didn't put any guards on there because so far, like, no chips are even really bothering it. And these are basically covers in and of themselves. Everything's inside there. So the only one I put a cover on was the one on the table, because that one is gonna get some hell. So I did put the cover on that one. This one was relatively simple. I know it's kind of dark in here. Hopefully it shows up better on in editing. There's just a couple standoffs in here too. These I actually had to drill out one side just so I'd be able to get the screw to a long enough screw. The screws they sent were just a little on the short side, so that's how I managed that. And to mount the encoder, you can't really see it too well, but there's a little aluminum bracket back here. Basically, that's just a copy of the original bracket that was holding on this guy. And all I did for that was copy the holes, and then I countersunk one side on these two holes on one side, which were the perfect fit for the encoder, and then I countersunk these two guys so that they'd all be flush at 1/4 inch. That way I didn't have to put too big of a standoff on there. And other than that, it was pretty easy. I found it easier just to use a parallel across the table and the ways or whatever, and then just measure it with the calipers to get it in really close. And for the most part, that was good enough. Believe me, trying to go up and down with the X on the Z-axis on this thing, that was a shoulder workout and a half. So I gave up on the indicator, and I ended up just running parallels off the ways on the top and bottom, and it got it into within like 3/1000 or 2/1000 or less even. But yeah, that's my DRO story. I just ran the cables all the way around the back and wrapped them up. Give you a reach around here. And that's about it. Now, last summer I started on a welding table, but up until recently it's been kind of buried in a lot of snow. And the welding table, well, there's some parts for it. It's going to be 100% scrap if I can help it, because big heavy steel crap is crazy expensive right now. Even that 18 gauge down there is about $100 a sheet, 120 bucks a sheet. And that's the project that I'm working on right now. Or rather, this is the project. See, I'm in kind of a desperate need of a proper weld cart. There's my old weld cart. Beautifully fabricated under one trouble light in a dark, shady garage, and out of bed frames. I believe there's the yellow crappy chunks there are just, well, let's get a closer look. Okay, not that close. Okay, better. I believe this stuff was just the crossbars on some old, those old set scaffolds. And then this is all bed frame. There's some more bed frame. I think I just notched it out there, and I folded those things back to make a round loopy thing. And very similar to this for the handle. Yeah, that's bed frame too, I believe. Most of it is bed frame, and the wheels I got, those are also scrap from something. And these little freaking wheels here, against cracks like that, they're no good. So that's my big project right now, because I'm kind of tired of my toolbox stealing my chair. I'd like that back soon. So that's another project yet. So as you can see, like, here, let's take a panda. Shop's a little bit in a state of disarray right now. So I'm tripping over shit, and that cart, I built that right there where that stool is standing. So it would have been impossible to film that. Trying to get everything straight and square on the floor. We're going to get into that someday. I'll show you guys how to square up square tubing with rudimentary tools. And no flat table or surfaces of any kind. Anyways, back to the weld cart. It's all 1x1 square tubing frame. 18 gauge cold rolled steel plating. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of welds on the outside. It's all welded on the inside. Those are all bent on the edges, so they look nice and straight and square. Sorry for all the Freebird camera, guys. It's just all stitched on the inside. So my goal is to show as little welds on the weld cart as possible. These aren't welded on yet. They're just kind of stuck in there, fitting them up. So those will get sucked in there and tacked in there a little bit better. Right now, I kind of like, there's gonna be a drawer right here, a cabinet, and these two crossbars here are gonna be for sliders. So we'll have a nice tray here for welding rods and whatnot, and a cabinet door. It's kind of nice putting the old brown bogs back into service after, you know, I don't know how many years. That's my metal brake. It's not really meant for what I'm using it for, but it has been handling the 18 gauge. It will not do 16 gauge. I mean, it'll do small pieces of 16 gauge, but not big ones. So far 30 inches, this is capable with 18 gauge. I believe I did a video way back, kind of just working on this and trying to get it all loosened up and broken loose. And admittedly, it was starting to seize up again. I had to kind of take it apart a little bit and grease it up again. So that might be a rebuild thing sometime in the future. It's got a couple of parts missing. There's a little deal back here that's the stop, and also there's missing a counterweight on there. And there is a stop that you're supposed to be able to, you know, gauge your proper angles and stuff like that. And it'll check radiuses, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's heavy as hell. There I am, getting sidetracked again. So this is quite possibly the largest chunk of material I've ever chucked up on this lathe. I believe it's 6-inch, judging by the size, or maybe bigger, 6 1/4. That's gonna have to get taken down quite a bit. Yeah. She's quite the sorry state in here. Jeez, I don't know if my calipers will even fit that. They won't. Okay, so we'll have to just keep hogging off some more here. Let's 10, 20, 30, 40, let's try 50 thousandths. Let's put on our big boy pants. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, I'll stop putting a stop to that shit. That's getting way out of hand. That was kind of scary. Let's see if we can't fix that chip breaking problem. Alright, so I got the chips to break. I tried multiple variations of high-speed steel cutter. Where's that other one? There you are. And nothing seemed to be working, no matter what I did. It was either just a super fast stringy mess, which is scary because you just know these jaws want to grab that. So I doubled the feed and increased the speed. And this is scary, very scary. We can only do about 20 thou depth of cut, and he stalls out the lathe after that. Starts there. Like, I'm literally getting pelted here. It's so bad. Oh, and it's actually a really nice finish. Well, not bad. It's a used cutter. So it's not brand new or nothing. And it's not really for aluminum, I don't think either. But man, it is breaking a chip. So according to this, 5-inch 100 thou. So we got quite a ways. So we got 275 thousandths to go yet. So plus side, we can break a chip. Can't go as deep, but we can take the passes like twice as fast. Alright guys, so long story short, what I'm doing is I got to make a ring to go on the outside of the tire, and what that ring is going to do, it's going to fit the inside profile of the tire, and also it's going to clamp it to the other side of the, I'm going to say mag. I don't know, I just literally just ground this tool. I don't know how good it's going to do. Not very good apparently. Breaking a chip though. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. I have to regrind that. Alright, I gave it a little bit of a touch with the grinder, a little bit more relief. Give that a try. Much better. Okay, and according to my measurements here, you need to go in about 75 thousandths and clear that all the way back, and then we're going to part that ring off. More WD-40 here, hang on a sec. Might be a little fast. Yeah, we're going to slow that down. Honestly, I've never run a parting tool on something with this big of a diameter, so I'm a little sketched out about it. There's 75 thousandths. Okay, now that we've established that, we might actually switch to a different tool here. Alright. Starting to look like a rim. Alright, the estimated thickness of this ring is going to be, well, this way is going to be 375 thousandths. Not estimated, it should be dead nuts. Mark this down. I can just gauge my lead screw when I do this sort of stuff, just in case something happens. And I guess we're there. Put a chamfer on there, just a little one. So much aluminum, oh my god. Crazy. That. There's our outer rim, hopefully. It should fit inside there pretty damn close. Yeah, she'll squish in there. Badass. Oh, that was pretty tight. Well, apologies in advance, ladies. Methinks all the boys are going to want custom lawnmower tires after this. So I've got a lot of meat to hog off that other chunk. I'll just get right back to you when I'm closer. Alright, we got this pretty much turned and face down to where I want it. You didn't really miss much, it was just more of the same. So I got a couple R10 series bearings here. We're going to have to turn a bearing relief in there, as well as some identifying features, I guess, to make it a mag wheel. So I guess we'll get to it. Finding that sweet spot's pretty hard sometimes. I'm not really sure the state of these inserts either. This one's feeling pretty mangled, to be honest. Not very good. Let's see where we're at here. Close. Should have a ways to go yet. Yeah. do. Did I just bomb that? Yep. Okay, so I totally blew that one. I think I can recover with a, you know, a sneaky cover up, I guess. Like, it's not like we're building a high performance real mag, but I think I got an idea to fix that. I dialed in 30 thousandths and then I forgot I dialed it in, and then I dialed in another 30 thousandths, so I ended up doing a big whopping 60 thou cut. So this should be the last pass, and we'll clean up the inside there and actually add a little bit of relief. Give it a few more thou on the inside there, leaving about, I don't know, 50 thou, I guess, on the outside. Maybe a 20 thou relief in the back there, just so the bearing isn't rubbing. That's just about do it. Doesn't have to be a press fit or nothing fancy like that. Just as long as the fit gets in there, doesn't slop around too much. That's actually a pretty tight fit. Could probably loosen that up just a scotch. Oh yeah, see? I'll cover it up again. Yep, that's perfect. That'll be just right. We'll just put a tiny little chamfer on there for good measure. Inside. With that one on the inside too. Just perfect. So I guess this is the part of the project that's gonna be a problem. Kind of plagues the home gamer, I think. For every little new thing you do, you can need another tool, or you gotta grind another tool, or, you know, figure it out the hard way. So what I want to do is I want to put a 15-degree taper from this line and go somewhere into there. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this, but we're just going to wing it, I guess. What the hell else do you do? crap. Sorry guys, I don't know if I was even recording that. So what I'm doing is I'm plunging in with the compound. So I get my 15-degree angle in there. And then I'll come back and I'll clean it up with the whole compound as I get closer to my mark, I guess. Got lots of meat to hog out here. When I get closer, I guess I'll get back to you. Well, did I screw it up? I have to say, nope, that's pretty good. Still got some cleaning up to do, of course. I think we're going to switch to a different tool for that, though. And see if we can't put a nice little radius in there. No chatter. Just try to get rid of that. There's a little line right in between the transition there. Once that disappears, I'll back her out real slow. I know it's going to take a chip. That's about it. Let's take a chip. Just take it forever. Sorry about the damn shaky camera, guys. That's how she goes sometimes. I think that's pretty much how she's gonna look right there, for the most part. All right, I'm gonna call that done, and then we're gonna have to flip this over in the truck now, I guess, and maybe with the 4-jaw. Luckily, we can grab on here. This is not going to be showing at all anyway. With any luck, the 3-jaw will be good enough. Alright, so there's our rim. This part doesn't really matter at all. Well, you can hardly see any 4-jaw marks in there anyway. I think it's not done. We're might put some more features in there yet, but I don't, oh wow. I really don't know. Oh my God, that's gonna look good. It should just, oh yeah, fits in there just perfectly. Look at that. Perfectly flush against the outside of the tire. This guy doesn't seem to want to go quite as flush, but I'm confident that once we put some bolts in that sucker, it will flush up on its own. And oh yeah, that's pretty close. Once we squish that in with some screws, that is going to look badass. Now that's a lawnmower wheel. That looks good. Totally worth it. All right, so now I'm going to have to figure out how to do bolt hole circles and how to fixture this. Well guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I am just super duper happy with these. They are turning out really good. That one's a little bit on the loose side, but let's face it, it's not actually driving anything. And this one is actually just dead nuts. You can't, if you just even get it a little bit crooked, you won't get it out again. There we go. So I got the other one chucked up in the lathe. And just so you guys know that it's so heavy. Chuck on here, my God. Alright, we got the other one chucked up now. I did a couple passes on it, but I'm tired. No, this is just to let you know that that was indeed the first one I made. So I gotta match this one to that one. In the meantime, folks, take care. Hope you enjoyed that little video, and I think we're all pretty much caught up with what's going on around here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and all that other jazzy stuff. And when I get that other one turned down, we're gonna set up on the mill and learn how to do some bolt hole patterns. Thanks for watching. Peace out.